love, respect. My content is not for everyone. No, if the train throw me, God darn it. My content, nobody that's okay. No, if the train throw me. I'm now here, Junior Love Respect, and this is peace and respect your neighbor. Stop the violence, you matter, you're worthy. Don't dim your light when you fall from hater. Don't dim your light, elevate, love yourself. Gotta go, stop the violence. Always be yourself when someone doesn't see your potential. It's gonna be chicks and dudes. They not gonna like the way that you flow when it comes to loving yourself. Having boundaries when it comes to growth. Emotionally mature at the end of the day, regardless if you came from poverty and pain. At least you taking the proper steps to understand, hold on one second, I'm willing to acknowledge myself today. Those healthy boundaries, hold on one second. It's gonna be surprised to certain folks because you was willing to understand change at the end of the day. Being authentic started within. It was never a race when it comes to hold on one second, showing up for yourself, to better yourself when it comes to hold on one second. I love myself, not the dim my life. No, ever trade off of me. Willing to take the opportunity at the end of the day, not to shortchange yourself when it comes to testimony. Elevation hits different. Healing, trauma, and pain was never an excuse overnight process at the end of the day. Where you actually understood, hold on a second, I'm paying attention. I'm allowing myself to let go of the extra boundaries when I couldn't hold my own weight. And I stay respecting, I don't mean narcotics. I put everything in God's hand. They would never understand how I flow. Understand that everybody ain't gonna see when it come to your growth. But the right people that see you, respect you, hold on one second, they ain't got ill intentions to dish you. No, ever trade through me. Always be yourself and no molesting. Be yourself, be yourself. My content is not for everyone. I am my biggest cheerleader, and I say it respectfully. Never give up on yourself because someone overlooked you. Loving yourself is not a crime. When you fall from a hater, neighbor. When you fall from a hater, neighbor. Some folks, they know them at the end of the day. It's to kick up their feet up at the end of the day and have that vein when it comes to hold on one second, that decliner chair. Only was to hold on one second, it was never fair. But hold on one second, God allowed you to see the emotion strategy that you had to overcome the fear. To realize, hold on one second, you're so intelligent to overcome the devil, alone, the enemy, calling your energy back. Because certain folks' mindset is they know them at the end, they have the mindset being a hater. And no other trait on me. All because you understood potential. You wasn't the issue. Loving yourself, that dedication hits different. It wasn't a joke. They would never understand the hold on one second. It was never personal. When you understood your flow hits different, you gonna have chicks and dudes questioning you in the background. Only rather hold on one second. We all don't pray the same. They was in the background playing with sport because they didn't want you to understand your own pain when it come to hold on one second, overcoming being the villain they story. They want you to be in the mindset of relapsing, hold on one second, but you was far from a crash out. They didn't have to be an addict at the end of the day when they was trying to project it on you. No, ever trade off me, because a motherfucker would assume so bad. Yeah. My content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. And that's okay. Always be yourself with no one's intentions. Today is currently December 25th, 2025. Regardless if you're an entrepreneur or content creator, at the end of the day, never get discouraged because someone's in the background or because someone sees potential within you and they look at you like competition and they try and discourage you at the end of the day. Never give up on yourself. I was live last night at 10:15, like I always go live at the end of the day, and my live was cut short, and it was actually deleted. I would never hurt myself regardless to what man, woman, child, elderly, or man or woman at the end of the day is gang stalking me or is monitoring my remove. And I say that respectfully. I do not live in fear, and my content is not for everyone. It's not. Always be yourself. To the genuine ones, I truly hope all is well on your end, and I say that respectfully. Healing trauma and pain is not a race or an overnight process, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself. I am my biggest cheerleader, regardless to who's rooting me on or not, and I say that respectfully. Always be yourself. When you fall from a hater, Your neighbor's norm at the end of the day is to have the mindset of projecting the hate when it comes to their qualities. Low IQ score when it comes to lack of self-control. They want to project their insecurities to hurt somebody. All because, hold on one second, you understood faith. Understood that, hold on one second, we all didn't have to pray the same. I knew how to respect my neighbor when I couldn't see. I knew how to respect my neighbor when I understand my abilities. That energy is different. They put you in competition when you was on a mindset at the end. They behind your bills on a couple of dollars. They didn't even know how you was coming or going, but God, you allowed you to see that you are worthy to understand. Hold on one second to get out that mindset, becoming your worst enemy, hurting yourself with your own words. They would never understand how you communicate the goal within. You know, when God shows you that you're deserving of loving yourself, to better yourself, they would never understand that. Hold on one second, you was far from bugging. You know, healing, charm, and pain, overcoming obstacles. They can't understand that. Hold on one second, we wasn't the same. How chicks and dudes will put you in competition, all because, hold on one second, they want you to get discouraged, all because, hold on one second, you was never competing. When it comes to this thing called real world, it be the train of thought for me. How you know how to root folks on, even when they don't know how to pay attention to their own self-love. It be the train of thought for me. No, it's the train of me. I don't know what's wrong with people either. You know, my content is not for everyone. And I say that respectfully. Always be yourself with no malicious intentions. I'm Naya, genuine respect, and I'm far from a hater. Entertainment purposes only. It's not a crime to be authentic. It's not. No, it's the trade on me. Entertainment purposes only. You have been minding your business, minding your business, or whatever the case may be. You know that one Pacific family member that decided to say, hey, what's going on? It's the train of thought for me. Nothing. You know, I'm on my way or whatever the case may be. But this fool's at the casino. Took my got the gifts at the casino. How could you possibly have the gifts at the casino when you're supposed to be on your way 20 hours ago? It's the train of me. You know, you're not nobody babysitter, whatever the case may be. So you decide to go down there because they said, I got too much going on. Can you help me? Help me. It's the train of me. How this fool is exchanging everybody gifts in the family or whatever the case may be. Hold on one second. We wasn't on the same page when it came to your one-sided conversation because you could have kept your gifts to yourself and your little change. That's the trait on me. I don't know what's wrong with people. They be doing a little bit too much. No, for real, for real. This fool going to talk about, I need a couple of dollars. No, you don't. It's the trade on me. I didn't sign up for this. You asked for some help or whatever the case may be. You know, you got someone that's here that's respond to it and make sure they heard everything that you said to get you home clear. No, if the train thought me. Now you talking about you need a couple of dollars to put in the machine or to be on the gambling table today. That sound real personal. No, it's the train that thought me. What the hell is wrong with people? So this fool decided to say, you know what? Just give me $5. I'll be all right. It's the train thought for me. You like, I ain't got the change. Please. It's the train on me. I'm not trying to be in between nobody's prayer. I ain't trying to be on nobody's altar. No other train on me. Because if I don't give you this word today, now you're going to try to say it in the day. I mean, I'm all this and above it today. No, I won't, I promise. Just give me the $5. That's the train of me. So this fool's trying to debate with you or whatever the case be, trying to get the little couple of dollars to you, whatever, from you or whatever the case may be. So you gave the fool the $5. Start to walk out the door, whatever the case may be. All you hear is the ambulance. It's the train of me. This fool don't know if they coming or going. It's the train of me. I just needed the $5. Why? What happened? I didn't make it. It's the train off of me. You know, when you had hope and you believed and only was to hold on 1 second, you overlooked yourself, only was to hold on 1 second, you wasn't between. No, that's the train told me of the thought at the end of the day, loving yourself, hold on 1 second. How did you skip hold on 1 second? It's just your self-control. No, the train told me. You know, my content, everybody that's okay. No, the train told me. Always be yourself, and I say it respectfully. I'm not aging, you'll respect that I'm far from a hater. Imagine showing up when they couldn't relate. Imagine showing up because you had to participate in your boundaries when it come to hold on 1 second. That self-control is different, even when chicks and dudes in different tax bracket trying to confuse you. You know, the enemy or the devil, they be on different types of level. They shape-shifting or whatever the case may be. Astro traveling towards you, the dwells to hold on 1 second they thought you couldn't see. You know, they want you to be in a mindset, hold on 1 second, not loving yourself. When coming to hold on 1 second, having order in your life, you was far from pretending when God was sweet, revealing the devil all over. When God was revealing the devil on two different levels, they would never be mindful at the end of the day that hold on 1 second, God don't like ugly. They dibble and dabble talk, but they Christians or whatever the case may be. Let's talk about it. You know, because hold on 1 second, when you had enough at the end of the day, these same chicks and dudes would never step to you. They would rather get you locked or put you in the sight board. Or because hold on 1 second, you understood your silence is different when it come to hold on 1 second, being authentic, fall from a copycat, wasn't chasing the cloud at the end of the day. Besides the right people showing up for you to actually respect you, you wasn't your worst enemy. They would never understand your potential at the end of the day because they already overlooked you. They monitor your every move, but they say they don't like you. They quick to sneak diss you, or because you didn't need a tissue. It'd be the train of thought for me how this type of mindset actually happens. Why would I want to quit on myself because someone didn't understand God's potential? It's the trait on me. My content is not for everybody. Today is currently December 25th, 2005. I would never hurt myself regardless to what man or woman or child at the end of the day, or elderly or couple is gang stalking me or monitoring my every move. I would never give up on myself regardless who has me shadow banned at the end of the day. Always be yourself. This is part one. I'm doing part two. The check gonna be always be yourself, stop the violence. I'm not agent, I'm a spy.